Should you get a guitar on TEMU? Or should you just get a Firefly? Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel. Now, last week I did a big TEMU video that featured like 6 guitars and a whole bunch of accessories, and the main thing in the video that I think caught everyone's interest was this guitar right here. And this, of course, being a copy of the Eddie Van Halen Frankenstrat. And there were a lot of comments in the video. A lot of people, the video caught the interest of a lot of people, that's for sure. But one of the comments that really jumped out at me was something like, why buy a guitar on TEMU? Just buy a Firefly instead. So I thought, okay, why don't I do a video kind of like comparing and talking about the differences between the Frankenstrat from TEMU and the Bone Shredder from Firefly, and try to answer the question, should you just buy a guitar from Firefly instead of TEMU? And if you guys aren't familiar with Firefly, which I'm sure a lot of you are because it seems to be a very popular brand these days, and they have like a very large, loyal following. And if you follow them on Facebook, in one of their Facebook groups like I do, you will see a lot of dedicated fans like to the Firefly guitars and trying to get the guitars when they first become available. It's like this whole thing where they call them drops. All of a sudden, like in the middle of the night, a bunch of guitars will go up on the Firefly website, which is actually, it's guitarsgarden.com, and within like a very short amount of time, they're all sold out. So people are like in a frantic, hurry, I don't know what else to call it, trying to get these guitars before they sell out. And Firefly does a lot of George Lynch inspired guitars, not just the Bone Shredder, but a whole bunch of them. And so when I was thinking about doing this video and I looked at their website, I see, wow, okay, this one's actually still in stock, which is kind of surprising because they sell out so quickly. And then I looked at the price and it's selling for $239, which I think maybe that's the cheapest it's ever been. So if you want to check out the Bone Shredder from Firefly, I will have that link to the Guitars Garden website down in the video description. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the bridge, because they both have double locking Floyd Rose style bridges. And when you look at this one, the Frankenstrat, and you look right here, it says Floyd Rose 2. But I can tell you without a doubt that this is not any kind of legitimate Floyd Rose bridge. It is not a Floyd Rose. It's just a, I don't know, copy or whatever. And as far as things on this guitar, this is probably like, for me, it's just about the worst part. And I said it in the TEMU video, and I'll say it again today, like, if you're getting this, and let's face it, a lot of people are gonna get this kind of stuff as like a mod project. You're gonna mod it, you're gonna do changes, you're gonna try to make it better, whatever. And definitely changing the bridge should be like first on your list, if you're gonna be using the whammy. The fine tuners are almost impossible to turn. I feel like I need to get vice grips on there just to turn those fine tuners. Yeah, the bridge is junk. But when you come over to the Firefly Bone Shredder, it's a completely different story. It also says Floyd Rose on the bridge. It's got the Floyd Rose logo, the actual logo. But this is a real Floyd Rose. Like, they're not doing a fake copy or whatever. It's not a high-end Floyd Rose, but it is a made in Korea Floyd Rose bridge, licensed, I don't know exactly what you would call it, but it's legitimate. And unlike the other one, the fine tuners work really well. And this is the same bridge that you'll find on some of the other George Lynch inspired guitars that Firefly does. The yellow and black tiger stripe one that I also have, same bridge. Pretty smooth, works well, I don't have any issues with it, stays in tune. So yeah, I actually think this bridge is pretty good. And just the main point here is it's a million times better than the other one. Now, I think something that's really important to point out is that when you're buying guitars on TEMU, and the same thing applies to like AliExpress or even eBay, where you're not really buying a guitar from a particular brand or like a store or a company or whatever. So I'm talking about, like, you know, in the case of the Bone Shredder, that's Firefly. You're buying a guitar from Firefly. But I mean, what's this? It's who made it? You don't even know. You don't know who made it. There is no brand on it. So when they're making these and selling these, they aren't worried about like brand reputation and trying to make like a really good quality product because we want to establish a good reputation so that then people will return and want to buy more guitars from that same brand. It's just a whatever. And if you get it and you don't like it, I think their attitude is just like, well, oh well, you know, maybe they'll buy another one down the road. They don't really know who we are. So I think they're less concerned, like in these kind of guitars, TEMU, AliExpress, no brand, they're less concerned with the quality and the quality control because of the fact that they're not promoting a particular brand. But in the case of Firefly, it's very much the opposite of that. And in my experience with the Firefly guitars, which has been several over the past couple of years or so, the guitars have continually gotten better. And just the specs, the setup, the neck, the frets, everything, there has yet to be like a Firefly guitar where it's like, oh wow, well that one's a disappointment, or the fretwork was really bad. Or that's not to say that every Firefly guitar is perfect. But when you compare, like, you know, a Firefly to a random guitar from TEMU, in this case the EVH, it's miles ahead as far as quality control, setup, everything. And just to point out, like on this one, on the Bone Shredder, it's got stainless steel frets, the roasted maple neck, a compound radius on the fretboard. I think it goes from 9.5 to, I gotta read it off my computer screen. Yeah, 9.5 to 14 inches compound radius. It is a custom Alnico 5 high output pickup, the exact kind of pickup that you would want in here. It's also got this push-pull so you can split the humbucker. And the neck profile, I mean, not only does it look cool, but it's really thin. Like, this is a really super thin, awesome shred neck. This is probably the thinnest neck that I've seen on any of the Fireflies that I've had so far. And then you compare it to this one. I mean, when you go on TEMU or whatever, they don't even have any specs listed. So it's like, well, what kind of wood is this? I don't know. What's the neck? It's sort of this weird gray color. I'm assuming it's a maple neck, but I mean, I don't know. The frets, I would guarantee you, I mean, not 100%, 99.99% that those are not stainless steel frets. It is not a super thin neck like on the Firefly. It's a round C shape, but it's not the thin shredder neck. And then you get to the pickups. Yeah, it's got a humbucker and a single coil. This is like a cheapy humbucker. This is the kind of pickup that almost always comes when you get these guitars from AliExpress and TEMU. It's like pretty much expected. So already, you know, you're looking at this one, it's like, well, okay, I need to change the bridge. I'm gonna need to change that pickup as well. And then remember what I said about them not being too concerned about like the quality control and the setup and all that kind of stuff? You see there's two pickups, right? So if you watched the video last week, you know that both of these pickups are wired in at the same time. Like, you can't play only the humbucker in the bridge or only the neck pickup. There's no push-pull, it's a volume only. Now a lot of people mentioned in the video, dude, move the little switch, put your finger down in there and move it, because right now it's in the middle position. Well, guess what, guys? That was the first thing I did. I did that. There was no change, no difference. And I didn't even need to do that, because all you gotta do is look at all the little metal prongs there on the switch. I'll give you guys a close-up picture. There are no wires soldered to any of them, which means that switch is not gonna work. The switch is not connected to anything. So bottom line, guys, if you want a better guitar, like the comment said, the comment that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, don't buy a guitar from TEMU, buy a Firefly. And I absolutely agree with that, because like I said, every Firefly that I've gotten has been anywhere from like pretty good to super great. In case of this one, super great. And you know why we get these guitars, because we grew up in the 80s and we idolized these guys. In my case, George Lynch, he was number one. He was my biggest influence, my biggest inspiration. And if you would have told me back in the 80s, you know, I'm watching the video for It's Not Love, he's using the Bones guitar. The video for Burning Like a Flame, using the Bones guitar. I went to see him in concert for the Back for the Attack album. And they were opening up for Aerosmith. And what's he playing right there in front of me, live on stage? The Bones guitar. And if you would have told me that, like, I don't know, 30-something, 40 years later, I'd be able to get a Bones guitar, you know, mostly like that, for like a couple $100, I would have said, you're insane. What? No way. No, that's not possible. But yet, here we are, in the golden age of guitars, where we can get these fantastic guitars at amazing prices. It's kind of mind-boggling, really. So yeah, if you want to get one of these Bone Shredder guitars from Firefly, like I said, what did I say, $239, that's a really good price. The link is down in the video description if you want to check it out. And while I was really a George Lynch guy, a lot of you were Eddie Van Halen guys. So maybe this is something you'd want to get, but remember, consider it a mod project. You're going to have to do some stuff to it. I'm going to do some modding on this one. I'm not done with this one. I'm not going to change the bridge because I'm not really a Floyd Rose guy anyway. What I plan to do is just block it, right? Just block it and not use the whammy, and then it'll stay in tune. I am going to swap out the pickup, but not just swap out the pickup, guys. I need to disconnect the wire from the single coil so I can get a true bridge pickup sound instead of that middle position sound. I'm going to put in a better pickup. And also, look how low the pickup is. Look how low it is, like way under the strings. That's because, again, not too concerned about quality control. They have screwed the pickup down all the way down to the wood, to the body. They didn't put anything under the pickup to, you know, boost it up. Like when you don't use a pickup ring, you need to put something under there to boost it up. So I plan to do that as well. And see if I can just get it into better playing condition, you know, lower the bridge, get the action down, maybe shim the neck pocket. I don't know. I'll eventually get to that. But anyway, guys, be sure to let me know what you think. Are you a George Lynch guy like me? Are you an Eddie Van Halen guy? Do you have a Firefly? Do you have any of the Fireflies? They've got some really cool stuff. I'd really like to know what you guys think. So drop a comment down below. And as usual, guys, thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.